Okay, das ist jetzt also die Bauphase. Tara, erzähl mir noch mal ganz schnell, was macht ihr hier? Warum ist hier so viel Metall? Was passiert hier?
Wir bauen einen Decke, einen Haus, wie so ein...
Für die Bläser.
Ja, für die Bläserchor.
Warum? Ihr habt doch ein Dach. Warum braucht ihr jetzt ein Metalldach?
Ja, wir brauchen Metall, weil dies nur ein Nette und wenn es regnet, kommt die Wasser durch.
Okay. Und das neue Dach, wie viele Leute passen da drunter?
Ungefähr 25 Leute.
Aha. Wann fängt die Regensaison an?
Die Regensaison hat schon angefangen.
Ah, okay, aber ihr braucht das dann wirklich für Januar, Februar, ne?
Ja.
Wenn der große Regen kommt.
Ja, wenn die große Regen kommt.
Okay, also von außen wird es aussehen wie eine Schibin, aber das hier wird eine Schibin für Musik.
Ja, eine Schibin für christliche Musik.
Kein Alkohol.
Kein Alkohol.
Naja, dreimal im Monat, ne?
Ja, vielleicht manchmal gibt es auch Alkohol,
Ja, aber,
wenn wir Besucher haben. Also.
aber das Hauptziel und das wichtigste Ziel ist eben halt für die Musik und für die Bläser, ne?
Ja, genau.
Auch damit nicht mehr so viel Staub in die Instrumente kommt. Ne?
Ja.
Ja, okay. Später kommen wir hierhin zurück und gucken, wie das hier aufgebaut wird. Carlo, when I look around after the tour from 2013, here there are some changes. We see outside new things, and I'm also surprised that you seem to have more and more people that are willing to play the brass. Could you say a little bit about that?
Okay, I can say from the past 5 years, this year is a special year for us, especially in brass, because more students are interested in what we are doing, and also the community side is more interested now in what we are doing, because they have more questions around our project and they are really interested in what we are doing.
And why is it now brass? Because many Germans think Thlokomela is singing, dancing, stories, workshops, and now you go into boring brass from the German perspective.
Okay, like brass is one of the important things in our country, because mostly if you are a brass player, many people respect you, and especially in our communities, is it very important that we must have brass players. And also it's, on the one hand, is it very good for the students because they learn something extra in their lives in music, because singing and dancing is just in all day life, because every people can do it, but if you have at least something like brass with you, then you are a little bit like one step.
Is it also that for brass you need more discipline than for singing and dancing? Because once I remember that you once indicated it's so difficult after a tour to get the dancers together, whereas brass people, they come regularly, they don't miss so often rehearsals. Can you say us something about that?
Yeah, I can say brass is a little bit special because you have more discipline in this, because like if you drop maybe one of the rehearsals, then you could feel that you are very behind from the other students, because every day what you come together, there is something extra in the learning process. So brass is, I can say, better than the singing and dancing, because you don't find these problems with dropping classes or things like this in brass.
Mm-hmm. At the moment you seem to have boys only. Is that an accident or did you plan it that way? Why are there no girls?
Yeah, because sometimes me as a kind of music teacher are a little bit hard sometimes in this learning process, and sometimes girls are too soft, and it's possible that I can hurt them in this, because boys are a little bit stronger. You could say something in a very hard way, but they just take it easy. But it's not so easy with girls. So, but my plan was only to take in the first part boys and like next year is the second trimester for music for those new ones. Then I could take more girls in this. Then I have from the boys' side more boys who can help out in this learning process, because many understand it in a very nice way. They could help already the colleagues, can I say, in music.
So with the present composition of brass members, you started with all of them only this year, no?
Okay, like the ones who was in Germany, those are my second students in Thlokomela, can I say, because I have now three groups. The first part is with Tara and Ivan and so on, Ludi. Second group was with Childress, like Martinez, Jacobus, and Renton, and these guys was in my second group. And now the third part is now the new ones.
And the new ones are the youngest you ever had?
Yeah, the new ones are the youngest what I have now. It's my first time is it this.
So you start with 13 years, that is the youngest, no?
Yeah, 12.
He said he's 13 now.
12.
You missed his birthday.
9. One is still 12.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And how often do you meet with them?
In the beginning, I try always to have every day a lesson or a rehearsal. Because with brass it's a little bit hard if you drop in the beginning some days in between, but from the second week you could drop it, then you can have 3 days in the week of 2 days. But in the first week I take almost every day so that they can have a clue of music.
And how is it with brass and school? Does it go together, or when do they do their homework?
Yeah, somehow is it like this, that most of the students was only on streets before they come to the brass. But now is it like this, we have a kind of agreement that they have to be at home and must be busy with schoolwork, like homework, from 2 up to 4 o'clock. And after this, we start with music.
So if some of your school-going brass members comes late to rehearsal, do you shout at them, or do you ask them, why are you late? Or when they would answer, for instance, it just took a little bit longer with the homework. How do you react?
Sometimes it's like this, that they have that they are first doing homework and maybe washing school uniform. So, but they always tell me what they have done maybe before they come and so on. So for me, is it good? They can come late, a little bit late, but as long as they come, is it for me a good sign? But not before 4. Then I'm in trouble from the parents' side.
Yeah, okay. And is there already any kind of collaboration with the school where they are going? Would the teachers know, or is it just at the moment it's just an activity where you also for yourself are checking out what is the potential and so on?
Not really something from the teacher's side, but from the parents' side, is it like this, that some really are happy now to go to school because they have something to do after school and they have a good behavior at home. That was something what some of the parents tell me.
How many instruments do you have and how many want to play brass?
Like now I have 9 posaunen, but one of the posaunens are not so good, and the problem is most of the boys wants to play only posaunen because they like the way how to deal it with. And I have also a little trumpets. I have almost 8, which is good. So I have, and tuba is ein großes Problem.
Always, ne? In carrying and in organizing, in carrying and in maintaining it, ne?
And also I have only one of this, and that's also one of the highest interest in the boys. But at the moment I have only one, and it's a bit difficult to teach one of them the tuba, because I must have extra one to show them directly what they have to do. Okay, they can, some already try, but it's not so clear. It's not what I exactly want, what they are doing. So I'm trying to play bass also with posaunen and so on, because this one I am good in this and I can teach them how to play bass and tenor also.
Some only started 2 months ago, and are they already ready to perform?
Yes, like 4 of the boys starts almost they will make now maybe in the 2nd week of October. They will make 2 months with the brass, but they are already good.
Mm-hmm.
So I can play any way of them now already.
And do you have to impose yourself, or are people already asking for your service?
People are already asking so that we can play in different places. Like this weekend we have 2 places where we have to play, but now the boys must make the decision where we have to go exactly, because one is in the city and one is in one of our outskirts in Windhoek.
Carlo, I'm afraid this will become too noisy, and we have to check on the reason why there is noise here, huh? And then we will continue.
Good.
Carlo, what has happened here? Your kitchen has changed.
Yeah. That's also some carpets, which is also making together with one of the guys in our neighborhood. Neighborhood, because he is just doing this after he's worked as an extra thing for him, for income at his place, and we could deposit this and pay it in 3 months' time while he is busy to build this for us.
Ah, okay. But on the other hand, I see now your kitchen has become smaller. In the old days it was possible to rehearse here when there was wind and rains and so on. So where's now the rest of your kitchen? I don't see it anymore.
Because of the carpet is now very small.
So this is now your dining room, no?
Top, yeah.
And where do you cook?
The same area here, because
Also here, but you do it on the... Ah, okay, we turn around.
This is a table and this is our stove for cooking and so on.
And you do the cooking on gas?
Yeah, on gas.
You still
sometimes on fire outside.
But
it's difficult to get firewood in Windhoek, because we are not allowed to go and make some wood, because you must have a special license for this. And so it's not everybody who has this. So you have to buy wood in shops or so on, and it's not so cheap.
And you are still without electricity here?
That will cost us years to have electricity in Okahinga Park.
There were some private electricity lines, they were removed by municipality, or are they still nicely hidden in the earth?
Now at the moment the city police are busy to remove this, because now it will cause us a lot of problems, because the rain has started. So it's quite a problem. Also dangerous for those ones who have it from other houses.
Where do you store the instruments?
Okay, so this is the place where we are used to store our instruments, but as you see, here's a bed now in the middle.
Okay.
So one of the boys are sleeping here in this place.
So, but there are still the instruments now here nicely put one on top of the other.
Yeah, and also this side, that's
oh
for
yes,
the posaunen.
let's not forget the posaunen, no?
So they are there.
And you also have the stands that you can put down a trumpet without it ending in the dust, no?
Yeah.
Carlo, why do I see that bucket on the bed?
Because like now at the moment, if somebody is busy, like the 2 guys are outside busy to put up a roof for the brass, to have also rehearsals in raining seasons and so on. So the 2 are busy right now, and they have to remove the things onto the bed to have space to have some equipment for doing this job outside.
I was just wondering because of the strong rains that it dripped in, but you were lucky so far. It's not dripping anymore.
No, it's somehow a little bit good.
Okay. Here you are using wood for the construction, but for the new rehearsal hall you are using iron. Why?
Yeah. Because I think iron is more cheaper than the wood, because you could pay this almost 200 Namibian dollars, but for the iron one is 100, so it's more cheaper.
And it will not bend, because usually the wood you get in Namibia is too soft, no?
Yeah, and somehow if this is getting red, it will just, then is it not anymore straight light like before.
Okay, now let's go to your own power plant.
Sorry, I was coming.
Baba belas orang. Ari, ne, thanda senda monis.
Ari also need wanga.
Ari,
Wanga sama.
waka. Betul tak monis.
Kore bantu. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. It's something.
That's not the idea I'm
I could not con the Mamiri, the host.
Oh, ah, tahu baby.
The Mamiri.
Yeah. Ah, agree again. I don't hear it.
So Carlo, this is now the new roof. The walls, they will still be fixed. And how was the building process?
That was quite easy, but now at the end I can see it's not so fixed yet. It's not so strong enough in the middle, and I have to still fix it in the middle. And also steel material, which will cost me almost 2,000 to 3,000, because I have to close these gaps.
So in the end, the construction of the house will be something like 3,000, 5,000, what do you estimate?
Yeah, at the end, 5,000, 500 euro, yeah, almost.
Yeah, something like that, no?
Yeah.
But then you would finally have a hall with hardly any dust. No dust in Namibia is impossible.
No, dust will be there always, because even in a stone house you find dust, and this is not so good for dust, but at least no rain. In a silent place can they have the music together, the students and so on. That should be helpful for us now.
Uh-huh. So, and when I look at this, you're just using as a rehearsing room, or also as you used to have it before, will the use be garage or multi-purpose?
Yeah, it will be using as a rehearsing place. Also, if there's cars in the future, then the cars can also be parked here.
Uh-huh. And the instruments, will you store them here or still in the old house?
No, instruments will be in the old house because I expect this place so that the students can use it also for their homework after school and so on.
Yeah.
That should be a better place for them because not everybody have a nice place to do their homework, and then I know exactly that they can do on time their schoolwork because 2 up to 4 o'clock they can have time for their schoolwork in like homework and so on, reading and so on.
But then you would need also chairs, benches, and
Yeah, of course I
desks,
need
tables.
at least 2 or 3 tables, these fold tables, but the steel ones. And still more chairs, because chairs is just up to 20 now at the moment, and I need more because the players are more than 20 already. And so everybody's almost in school and they will gathering more, and as I said before, this year will be only boys, but also some parents already asked for their girls to come and have an, if we are finished, to have their study time here because they think I do something good for the boys, so they think also the girls can come and have their time here, especially from the neighbors.
And you have ideas of what to do to the ground? Because when I look at it at the moment, it's a little bit up and down with rock and sands, and I think that will cause problems.
Yeah, from tomorrow, yeah, let me say around Friday we will already work here. Just try to level it in a good way, and then we will see what we can do. Maybe we can have a floor in a light way, so lightly, not so one which will go very deep in.
Because
Or we will try to organize some interlocks. That's also a better way what we think of, because there are a lot of people who just throw it away, and if you go there where they throw this material, used material, then we can maybe have some here.
And you don't have to be afraid of the coming rains, no?
Yeah, doch.
Because if the rain is coming in, or what you leveled now, all the sand will be washed away within minutes, no? Okay, do you want to greet anybody in Germany? Because I hear you are on your way to Rehoboth.
Yeah, tell them I'm really looking forward if there is a time again for us in Germany to see them, and also for those ones who are coming next year. They are more than welcome, especially the people from Hasewinkel and around. You are more than welcome in Okhanya Park next year, 16th of February.
16 or 26?
16
Ah, okay.
February.
Okay, Kalu, I have to let you go, huh?
Thank you.